What's up, Facebook? Okay, yeah, Faye didn't do the intro. We a little late. Hey, it's your baby Action Jackson, and it is Wednesday. That's WINSday because we are winners at this midweek. You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here, Inspiration 1390, and I'm posted with the queen of winning herself.
That's right. We came to win, and we came to help you win. It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and you know what today is? Today is the day that you change your trajectory. So intentionally change whatever is burdening you down. Let it go. Be fabulous.
That was it.
Yep.
I could have swore I said something after that.
Be outspoken. Be family. Be different. Be Queeze.
Queeze, a new luxury brand from Tamara Fair. Queeze comes in two distinct fragrances, the sensual Pure Royale and the alluring Forbidden Kiss. Order Queeze today.
Go to bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com.
Wake up, Jim Shoe. Do me a favor. Give me some water and look in the candy bucket and see if you see any Lifesaver gummies and Starburst.
I can tell you right now, there's no bottled water, so just get them a cup.
Actually, Zoe, oh, go ahead. We run out of daylight. Scratch that story. I need to talk about this event.
Okay.
After that, you want me to just bring you guys in?
Yeah.
Of what a grant writer would charge. Space is limited to 20 people, and the first 10 get a special discount.
No, do it in a row and say what's going on for the guests.
That's www.thedreamcenter.com.
So play Tammy.
No. Just play the intro.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you know the drop.
Start panicking. Just call Flanagan Entry Law 773-7898-LAW or visit our website, WindyCityInjury.com. Attorney Flanagan has settled millions of dollars in cases for car crashes, truck cases, slip and falls, medical malpractice, police misconduct, and more. No one wants to be injured, but if you are, make the best of it. Call Chicago's #1 accident attorney, concentrating in serious injuries, wrongful death, and medical malpractice. Flanagan Injury Law Group. We are here to help. Our team is experienced and dedicated to getting you truth, service, and justice. Call us at 773-7898-LAW or contact us online at WindyCityInjury.com. Flanagan Injury Law Group. We work for you.
Imagine this. You're asleep and suddenly your phone alerts you. Someone's at your door. Would you rather be caught off guard or be in control?
And you know no states.
Safety isn't optional. It's a necessity. That's why we trust Secure Home and Automation, the experts in life safety and security systems.
And right now,
What's up,
Secure Home and
Londa?
Automation is offering an exclusive deal for new customers. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 866-447-3344.
That's right. Call Secure Home and Automation today at 866-447-3344 and take control of your safety. That's 866-447-3344.
Hello, this is Pastor Frank Walton of the historic 150-year-old Hyde Park Union Church. Get ready to experience an
I don't think
unforgettable
that's the
evening
song.
of Ghanaian choral art music conducted by James
Is
Warwick
it?
Armand.
That sounds Spanish.
Join us for a celebration of rich harmonies and soulful melodies featuring the incredible voice of soloist Uchi Odor. Uchi's performance is going to be breathtaking. It's going to happen this Saturday, July 26th at 5 p.m. Come on down to the beautiful Hyde Park Union Church located at 5600 South Woodlawn Avenue. Don't miss
Where's the
this
mirror
vibrant
when you
journey
need?
to the heart of Canadian music artistry. It's an evening that promises
She's
to
still working,
uplift
right?
and
Yeah, she's still
inspire.
working.
www.hpuc.org.
Thank you, DJ Bilo.
hpuc.org.
We're in the Raw with Tamara Fair on the Brunch Bunch.
So, of course, I'm not Tamara Fair, but in the Raw, we have been getting an influx of calls, emails, and DMs about our coming up hands-on grant writing security bag workshop. So, as you know, the city of Chicago has so many grant opportunities available for community development. That's acquisition, that's rehab, that's acquisition and rehab. Now, it must be for business purposes, but you can apply for up to $5 million or beyond. And what beyond means is anything up to $5 million does not have to be approved by the city council. Anything over $5 million, it has to be approved. And so what we did at the Dream Center, because hiring a grant writer is so expensive, we decided to do the Security Bag hands-on grant writing workshop. I got a text at about 11 o'clock last night that the site was down. But you know what? We had an influx of applications. But I wanted to come on, clarify what the purpose of the workshop is, what you will get, and the cost. So this workshop is for anybody interested in submitting any of the CDG, Community Development Grants, that are currently available by the City of Chicago. They are due August the 15th. And as you know, for those of you who do know, yours truly has received one of these grants in the amount of $250,000. So if you or someone you know wants up to $5 million in grant funding for your business, building, or nonprofit, if you have a vision, we've got the tools to help you get it funded. So this hands-on grant writing workshop will walk you step by step, hand in hand, through the City of Chicago Community Development Grant with, of course, expert guidance, editable templates, and real-time support from professionals, including yours truly. So, of course, it's being led by me. Because this is what I do, right? I do this in my sleep. But I want you to know what you'll walk away with. A polished, ready to submit grant application, because we're going to complete your application during the workshop and prior to the workshop. So what we're doing leading up to the event, we'll be giving you homework. You'll be submitting stuff to the Dream Center so that we can help start preparing the package. So when we get in the room, we'll all be at the same starting point. Then we're going to help you with a professional quality narrative and budget. We're going to give you our plug and play templates to use now and in the future. I was talking to someone the other night. I applied for a grant at about 11:30 because I had my grant template, so I was able to just copy and paste from the grant template. You'll get real-time support and pre-workshop guidance from the Dream Center team, and you'll get the confidence to submit your application before the August 15th deadline. So who is this for? Business owners looking to fund renovations or expansions, take your business to the next level with grant funding, nonprofits planning capital improvements, enhance your facilities to better serve your community, real estate developers revitalizing vacant or underused properties, and first-time or returning applicants to the Community Development Grant, NOF, or the Adopt a Landmark Grant. So I already said that you'll receive a City of Chicago grant checklist, editable templates, walkthrough of the online application portal, one-on-one help, pre-workshop assignments to help you prep before the event, and access to resources after the workshop. Now, hiring a professional grant writer can easily cost $2,500 to $10,000 plus per proposal. With this workshop, you're getting the same tools and guidance at a fraction of the price. Of course, Tamara teaches me a lot, and I listen to her, and sometimes I don't. Tamara tells me that my prices are way too low. I need to lift them. But I believe the prices, like the song said, are way too high. We need to cut them. So we have a launch special for the next 10, because we got the first 10, but I'm extending it to the next 10 that register. The workshop and the grant writing will only cost you $500. Now, after these last 10, because we're capping it, we were doing 20, but now we're going to do 30 people. After these next 10, it'll be $1,000. And this launch special, as I said, is for the next 10 people who go to www.thedreamcenter.com. Register right away. Seats are limited. We want to keep it small because we want to make sure nobody is overlooked and everybody's going to leave there submitting their grant application. So we will be offering this workshop in person, and we're going to allow for some virtual options, and it's on a case-by-case basis. So listen, if you or someone you know has been talking about applying for this community development grant, we've been seeing people announce all year long, $250,000, $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million. You want to be a part of it. So the deadline to submit the grant is August the 15th, and we'll help you get that done. Now, the grant workshop was going to be in person on next Thursday, the 31st, but I've had a lot of people call and say they cannot make it out on a Thursday evening. So we are moving the workshop to Saturday, August the 2nd. So you come out on a Saturday morning, you'll know everything that you need to bring, and we will get you your paperwork completed and done prior to the deadline. And guess what? You'll be able to submit with confidence. So don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't give you the tools. You got time. Now, don't call me saying, can you help me later? Because then it's going to cost you a little more if we got to do it one-on-one. But if we can do it in the group setting, the goal is really to just help as many people as possible get the stuff done. So with that being said, go to www.thedreamcenter.com. That's www.thedreamcenter.com. Register today so that we can get your City of Chicago Community Development Grant completed. So listen, we got a great show for you. We're talking all things community today. Our next guest is none other than one of the West Side's finest, Dr. Elizabeth Lockhart, and the actor, director, producer, writer extraordinaire, Brother Richard Gallion. Call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. That Starburst was stuck right in the front. I couldn't even talk out of that.
She went downstairs.
All right. Oh, I'm about to
How are you?
Brother Richard Gallion. How you feeling, man? Nice to meet you. Come on in. Richard, Doc. Long time no see, bro. Richard.
Man, I know. You know what's funny? We was both attempting to teach in the same program. That's why I met
right here in Chicago. Are you serious? And you know what's funny? Right before the show, my lawyer, we on the phone, and she said, "My son know you." She said, "You used to run a youth summer program." I said, "Yep." She said, I said your name yesterday. He said, "Mr. How you know Mr. Marcel?" I ain't heard that in a long time. Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson, and the City of Chicago is offering up to $5 million in grant funding for businesses, nonprofits, and developers. And we're helping people secure the bag. On July the 24th, the Dream Center is hosting a hands-on grant writing workshop where you will walk away with a full draft or ready-to-submit application. We'll provide expert templates, live guidance, and free workshop support.
Is there a reason you chose the OT Genesis beat behind that?
Space is limited to 20 people, and what is this? Get a special discount. Register now. We supposed to change that. That ain't what I want. I mean, no, that is what I thought I wanted. I know, but I don't know nothing about that. But she is out of town. She just called me.
With different backgrounds. So the
Yeah, another test.
I'm like, why are you calling me? I'm on the radio. Do you got Dr. Lockhart?
Secure Home and Automation is offering an exclusive deal for new customers. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 866-447-3344.
That's right. Call Secure Home and Automation today at 866-447. Congratulations, bro, Richard. This is one of the highest honors on the West Side in the city of Chicago. I'm waiting for me to be asked. Yeah, Doc, I spoke in the inaugural one.
What's going on?
Attorney Flanagan has settled millions of dollars in cases for car crashes, truck cases, falls, medical malpractice, police misconduct, and more. No one wants to be injured, but if you are, make the best.
You nervous for myself?
I don't know why I won't pay you today. I don't know.
You got more?
Yes, would you like a Starburst?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm like, wait a minute, you must be from out south. No,
I am. They are.
Contact us online at WINSday.
Get ready.
Flanagan Injury Law Group. We work for you.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. Well, what's going on is we all know that the West Side is not just the best side, but as Reverend Marshall Hatch says, it's the blessed side of town. And whenever we have a West Side on the show, I'm always excited. But when you have one of the West Side's finest on the show, I get even more excited. And so today on the Brunch Bunch, we're joined by none other than Dr. Elizabeth Lockhart, who is the executive director of the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute and the owner of Queen Liz Gospel, where she's dedicated to enriching and empowering the Austin and West Side communities through essential services like food assistance, youth employment, senior support, and what's near and dear to her, veteran resources. She's joined by none other than actor, director, playwright extraordinaire Richard Gallion, the creative force behind RGE Performing Arts. He's using the stage to inspire, heal, and tell stories that resonate with audiences across the city. Let's give a warm brunch welcome to Dr. Lockhart and Richard Gallion. Welcome, Doc. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
You are a friend. You said, well, Tammy, I felt that. I said, you ain't even happy to see me.
You know, Tammy's my girl.
Yes, she is. She had to leave town, but she called to make sure you were taken care of. I had to take her back. This is my friend.
Thank you, Tammy.
So, Brother Richard, welcome to the Brunch Bunch. You've been on with us, I believe, years ago. We were downstairs. Yes. Because I got to meet one of your breakout stars, the young lady who was on TV, Callie. Yes. You brought her on the show with you, the cast of one of your productions. So you've been doing some great things. We both go way back. I've been knowing you both, and you guys are doing some great things. So to see you guys connected is amazing. So, Dr. Lockhart, you serve as the executive director of the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute. I want you to tell us a little bit about it and how you became the executive director. How did the organization come about?
Well, the organization came about through my dad, the late Dr. Arthur Lockhart. He was the pastor of Healing Temple Church of God in Christ on the west side of Chicago, and he wanted to do community outreach work. And he felt like the church was good, but he needed to get outside of the walls. Mm-hmm. In order to do that, he started the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute. The institute was designed to help feed the hunger, help seniors, and he was big on youth advocacy. So he started that so he could go outside of the walls of the church and do programming that may not necessarily be inside of the church, but outside, but still have the same message of positivity to help the west side of Chicago and try to deter some of the crime and some of the poverty that he saw that was in the location where he started pastoring, which is the west side of Chicago.
Got it. And that's amazing because we want to see, we see so many, unfortunately, ministries that stay inside the church. But we got to go outside the church to reach the people that need to be inside the church.
Right. Now, he passed away in 1995. Mm-hmm. And so when he passed away in 1995, my brother then became pastor of the church. And I took on the role as executive director of the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute. So he focused on the church ministry, and I focus outside of the church. That's
good. Good partnership. So how has the mission evolved under your leadership?
Well, the mission has evolved in a way. It has evolved in a way as time changes.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to move with time. You can't stay the same. And so in order to do that, you have to listen to people, educate yourself on the community, and see what the community is in need of. And so that's what we did. So we branched out not just from youth, and we started working with veterans. We started engaged more with youth. We started doing housing development. And we also started to working in not just housing development, but we also started program with training people how to become entrepreneurs, young people how to do that. Because, they took away a lot of the skill jobs that we used. When we were in high school, we had Westinghouse and we had skill jobs, but they took those skill jobs away from the African American community. And so we had to try to teach people now, okay, how do I become my own boss? What other things can I do that I won't become a product of the street, but a product that would be productive to the community?
That's amazing. And we all know the great work that comes from 4941 West Chicago Avenue.
Absolutely, on the avenue.
On the avenue. So you talked about some of the services. So you're from food resources, youth employment, to veterans. Now, most people, when you hear of a veteran support group or organization, it's usually started by somebody who's a veteran. What made you say the veterans need our help?
What happened is that, we have housing. And so we had a building that we wanted to rehab. And so my first thought is I want to put the veterans in there. I had no interest in veterans. I just wanted to be there to get their grant money.
Honesty.
Yeah. And so when I reached out to one of the veterans that was over the program, he said, Dr. Naka, how you going to work with veterans? You don't even know them. I said, well, I guess you're right. And so I started going to some of their meetings and started meeting with them. And I developed a passion for the care of them. And it was about veterans committing suicide. And I got involved in the work. And so when I got involved in the work, I forgot about the housing piece. And I started a program, how to help save their lives. Not even thinking about my brother is a veteran. He's a veteran. And
the
so
pastor's
a veteran.
I didn't know pastor was a veteran.
Pastor's a veteran. So that made the work even better for me because now I understood why he acted the way he did. I understood.
It helps me understand a little better too.
His order, because they're very orderly. I understood his order, why he reacts to certain things, his order, his shoes being as shiny as they are, all of that. So, that helped me understand it a lot. And so from that instance, we grew past the housing and we started focus on suicide prevention and all of the programs because housing is part of suicide because it makes suicide makes veterans feel that they have a choice. They're not part of the community, and that's a sense of belonging. You don't have anywhere to live. You don't belong to anybody. So we want them to know that you belong to us.
I love it.
Yeah.
And that's a great testimony.
Yes.
You started one way and
yes.
it's become one of the most impactful program initiatives that you got going on.
Yes.
So, Brother Richard, you're here with Dr. Lockhart, and before we talk about how you guys have joined together, let's talk about RGE Performing Arts. What was the vision behind founding RGE Performing Arts, and how has it grown since its start?
Well, honestly, it just started off with me just wanted to have a one-on-one conversation with my father. Grew up fatherless. Had a lot of hurt there. Experienced a lot of bullying, so I just wrote things that I wanted to say to him. I thought of his rebuttal. Next thing you know, I had a production, but then I started to put other people into it. So then I just started studying the art of film writing. Then I realized I was writing from a place of hurt, and that was a way to heal for me. So I realized there's also so many other people out there who has that same hurt, the father wound. And then, of course, I just became aware of other things going on within our culture. And I wanted to be the one to tell our stories, not people who don't look like us. And something she said that's so critical when she was saying now she understands why her brother acted a certain way. And it's easier to forgive people when you understand them. So if I can write our truth and show the world where things come from and show the root of the problem, where we can deal with that, I think now when the world see why certain people make certain decisions, it'll be easier for them to forgive us.
Yes.
So it's deeper than me. I realized that, after I created that production, and and now, man, it's being able to touch so many different people, save so many different lives when we do these productions, I'm hiring youth from jail. I'm bringing in youth just off the streets, and my production company is used as a violence prevention program. You know, because them same shorties that I'm hiring in these productions, they could be out there robbing and stealing and knocking people heads off. But instead, I have them in a theater and learning the art that's helping them express themselves and something that can make them money. As you spoke of, Kylie Spraggins, one that I trained since she was like 9 years old. Now she's a series regular on the show The Upshaws.
Yeah. She one of the stars.
Yeah, one of the stars.
Yeah.
And she's one of like 10. So, it's a beautiful testament just to see where my production company has, come from just the conversation that I wanted to have with my father.
So, and I like that because a lot of people go through some of these emotional traumas and they don't know how to deal with them, and they don't go to therapy, and they don't. But you said I'm gonna use the art to help people heal, and so
I did therapy too, though.
Oh well, listen.
It's nothing wrong with therapy, and I think when people hear that, they think the bad part. That's prevention. It's where you don't crash out. So I definitely did therapy.
Oh, well, let's go back to that. Your productions are known for being emotionally powerful, socially relevant. What drives your other stories? So you started with talking to your father. Where do you get your motivation for your other stories? I've been able to see a couple of the productions, and shout out to Richard. When I turned 25, Doc, I always want to do it big. I threw a black tie dinner, and Richard brought the whole cast in one of his productions. We had band, live music, acting. It was lit. So, what drives your storytelling? What motivates?
Again, just want to be ones to put our story out there, tell our story. I realized too in CPS they don't teach us as much. So I wanted to learn about the transatlantic slave trade. I wanted to talk about how slavery started. I wanted to talk about how we have unconfronted trauma. Just different things that people just don't talk about for real. I became a bookworm and nerd to that stuff and studied it and, wanted to write about it, especially when it's intriguing.
All right.
So that's where it comes from. I just want to tell our story.
So, Dr. Lockhart, I don't know the number off top. I know it's over 40 years, this parade.
No, it's not.
Oh, what year we at?
We at 37.
Oh, 30. I don't know why I was thinking 47 in my head, but 37 years.
In the 37th ward.
Well, ain't that something?
Wow.
We got to do it big.
37 years in the 37 ward.
So, Dr. Lockhart, for 37 years, the Say No to Drugs, the Dr. Arthur Lockhart Say No to Drugs parade, that's incredible. Can you take us back to how this parade and movement started and what inspired it?
Well, all started with my dad.
Okay.
And so he was on Chicago Avenue. And so they said to him, Dr. Lockhart, why are you moving on Chicago Avenue? They're going to tear those windows up. Some people over there don't know how to behave. You want to bring this new structure and look at all like this. He said, well, people are going to act like you treat them. If you treat them like a criminal, they're going to act like a criminal.
That's true.
So you have to introduce them to something that's different what they've already experienced. And so he did that. But then after he did that and he saw that, what was happening in the environment, he said, we need to do something about these drugs. Because every week we're on the corner. Get off my corner. Who are these drugs? And so every week we're doing that. So he decided to start the Say No to Drugs parade. And that's how we started. And then there wasn't a lot of money, but we would have the old trailers. I don't know if they still have trailers at U-Haul or not. And we would get paper and decorate the trailers. And we'd be on the back of the trailers hollering, Say No. And so that's how we started. Every year we'd have the trailers and we would have the church and they would come out and the community would come out. We would march. And we did that for several years until he passed away. So when he passed away, then I took up the mantle of that parade. And so we've advanced it. So we've gone from trailers to floats.
I love it.
We've gone from just getting kids at the church and just some drums to drum lines, drill teams and dance teams.
Yeah.
So we have scaled it up quite a bit, and then having providers on the side. Because now we have people who are coming out with services, that will help the community. So we have those kinds of things that we've added to the parade. So every year, we try to upscale it. For the last 37 years, we've done that.
37 years in the 37th ward. I love that. So many parades have come and gone, but this one has lasted for generations. What do you think has kept the momentum going?
Legacy. Legacy building. we recognize that if you don't build your legacy, you won't have one.
You won't.
You won't.
And can't wait on nobody else to build it.
No.
Yeah.
So legacy builders, and when we work, that's a goal we set. We're building legacy. So even though we're building my dad's legacy, I'm building my legacy as well. So my son will build on my legacy, and his children on their legacy. So the legacy keeps going.
So 1988 was the year you started this parade, 37 years ago.
Okay.
How has the message of Say No to Drugs from 1988 to 2025 evolved over the years, especially with today's challenges? Because now we got opioids, you know, cannabis can still be a challenge, although it's legal. Prescriptions misuse. How has that message evolved?
Well, definitely the drugs have changed from the time we started the parade. But what we have found out that drugs not only have changed, but they have caused more behavior. So we've gone from not just say no to drugs, but we've added say no to drugs and violence. Because now we see that drug causes a lot of violence in the community. So we see they're being interrelated together. So we added that. And then we also came with, if we say no to drugs and then no to violence, what can we say yes to? So we say yes to education by adding scholarships.
I love that. Because sometimes we just talk about the problem, but no solution.
Exactly.
So, Richard, this year,
yes,
you serve as the second in history.
Yes.
Grand Marshal of the Dr. Arthur Lockhart Say No to Drugs Parade.
Yeah.
Woo! What did it mean to you to be selected?
Honestly, man, shout out to my manager, Tammy, T-Mac. She's the one that brought it to me and painted the entire picture. And then when she made the introduction to Dr. Lockhart, honestly, I didn't even know what Grand Marshal was for that or what it even stood for. And then the funny thing is when I talked to her about it and when she told me to do that, I was like, that's it. Because I've exercised myself to do that anyway. But now that I'm hearing that, the second one selected, and I knew it was 37 years, but in the 37 ward and, where it come from, it gives me that much more gratitude, to be selected. So thank you, Dr. Lockhart.
All right, thank you.
I don't want to take it for granted, but I didn't know, the extent of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was just happy to be a part and to help and serve a purpose and, think of helping saving lives, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm glad you said that because you, as we have mentioned, made a name for yourself through the RG Performing Arts. How does your work tie into the mission of prevention, empowerment, and saying no to drugs?
And saying no to drugs. Well, for one, and she even said, I feel like I'm one that youth can look up to and say, you know what, I would like to be like him. I don't drink, I don't smoke. All my faculties work, 42 years old, still look young, in shape. And I don't press the issue of not doing drugs. I just press the issues of the importance of health. And that way it don't seem like I'm telling them to do something, that they may have in mind. But if I can be that model and tell you about the importance of being healthy and you see it, that changes the whole thought process. So I can honestly say, most of youth, not all, because some I have caught smoking weed, but most of the youth that I've worked with and trained, a lot of them do not smoke, do not drink, and they push that whole health journey thing.
Excellent.
That's just being the model myself.
So, Dr. Lockhart, what made Richard stand out to you as someone who represents the message of this movement and to be the Grand Marshal?
Well, his manager, Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy and I are good friends. We became friends a few years ago at my party. When John P. Key was at the party. And so she and I met, and we've been very good friends ever since. And so I was telling her, I said, I got to get me a grandma. She said, wait a minute, Doctor, like I might have somebody for you. I said, who? And she told me about Richard and about his work and about his ethics and, and she invited me out to see the play. She said, I just want you to see him and meet him. I said, okay. So I did. I came out, saw the play. It was an awesome play. Good job. And so she said, so hold on, Dr. Lockhart. So we met, and I said, I think you're right, Tammy. I think you're right. I said, let's make this happen.
Okay.
And that's how it happened. And he graciously said yes.
That's amazing.
God's timing is good.
Yeah.
That
God's
is,
good timing.
and it's perfect.
Yes.
His timing is
Yes,
perfect.
it is all the time.
I imagine you've seen generations march in this parade.
Oh my
Is
God,
there a
yes.
particular moment or young person's story that sticks with you?
Well, yes. One of the young men, we have a picture of him, and I'm going to share that later. He was one of the ones that was holding up a sign.
Mm-hmm.
He was about 4 that says, say no to drugs and yes to Jesus, or say no to drugs and yes to education. But it had a theme to it. He was holding up that sign when he was 4. Well, today, he received information that now he's a recipient of the Arthur Lockhart Resources Institute scholarship.
Wow.
On his way to college. And he was 4 holding up the little sign marching. Now, we just took a picture and he's receiving a scholarship.
You got to get him to hold the sign again.
Yeah. He's
We
gonna
got to
hold the sign.
recreate that. Yeah.
You know, 20-something years later, about 18 years later, because he's about 4 and he's about 21 now. So 18 years later, you see that story. You see those now that march are now going on to college.
Wow.
Getting their education and receiving scholarships from the organization where they started with marching.
Well, I often say it, and that's amazing. And it's impactful to think, to be around and do something so long, and it doesn't lose its momentum, it doesn't lose its fire. But when you're called by God, I can't get anybody to help me, Zoe. When you're called by God and God is in you, you can do anything, even when the world is against you. It's Mary, God in me. We'll be back with Dr. Lockhart and Richard Gallion right here on the Brunch Bunch.
All right.
All right, good interview. Well, thank you. My assistant Alfred helped me out.
I was telling Justin, I got a sister named Justin.
Oh yeah. Justin gave me some good ones though. We had to move fast.
Marcia, you got to really connect with time.
Yeah, well,
nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Let's start over again.
Right. And I'm sure I saw you at the birthday party. Now, while
I
Arthur,
might have the lampshade on.
I don't remember. While Arthur on here commenting all down, he better tune in every day commenting your song.
Oh.
Be on Facebook.
Oh my God.
He's funny.
He is.
So I just love a parade. Where'd you get out of here? Somebody, it was a private party. I just love it.
He wants something like that. He's supposed to be at work.
Right. Okay.
Some good questions, myself.
Yeah, great. Oh, this is great.
Oh, thank you. Okay, Zoe, give me about 30 seconds. Let's come on. We got to talk about when, where, what, how can people help?
Marcia, what? You said you live on Facebook?
Yeah.
Your sisters normally connect our phone.
Yeah. What happened, Justin? You didn't ask them if they wanted to go live? You on here?
I am.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Richard. Why you not Richard?
That's why I made sure they wasn't camera.
Oh, no. It's only Dr. Lockhart.
All right, we're going back in.
Okay, you both on front. The Brunch Bunch. You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your main man, Action Jackson. And we're talking about 37 years in the 37th ward, the Dr. Arthur Lockhart Say No to Drugs Parade, led by none other than the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute under the leadership of the great Dr. Elizabeth Lockhart. Dr. Lockhart, this parade isn't just about marching. It's about momentum.
Mm-hmm.
What keeps you going year after year?
Legacy.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Legacy keeps me going because I know it's something that my father built, but not just because he built it, because it's important.
Yeah.
It's important to the community. And if we stop, what will happen to the community?
Mm.
So I think about that in all programs. If we stop, what would happen?
What will happen?
Yes.
And unfortunately, Dr. Donald Dew always talks when he come on here about how in our communities we don't have succession planning,
Mm-hmm.
not just businesses,
Mm-hmm.
but community organizations.
Right.
And then
Mm-hmm.
when you gone, the organization is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, Richard, when you're out there as Grand Marshal leading the way, what do you hope the young people watching see and feel in that moment?
just watch the message. I mean, the message we putting out. Say no to drugs, no to violence, and just attach to something that's positive, that's moving.
Yeah.
And when they see how long it's been going, prayerfully that would be something that has sparked their attention and make them want to be a part of something positive and just come on and just help out, anyway.
All right, let's talk about it. Dr. Lockhart, when is it going down? Where is it going down? How can people get involved?
Okay, so it's going down this coming Saturday, July the 26th. It's the parade kicks off at 10 a.m. But before the parade, we have a press conference at about 9:30, and we're honoring the lives of those who've lost their families, who've lost their lives, whose children have lost their life through gun violence.
Oh, wow.
So particularly Marjay Dotson, who lost his life in Douglas Park, unarmed young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're going to honor those families and have a balloon release at that time. And then we're going to proceed with the parade. We're going to kick it off in a live way. We have the Jesse White Tumblers coming. We have the South Shore Drill Team. We got Exclusive Divas, Ultimate Threat, Just Cause, Dance Group, Ladies of Virtue, Black Illusion, Move Correctly, Dancing, Symphony. We have all of those. They're going to be part of that march. We start at 4941 West Chicago Avenue. It starts at 10 a.m. We're going to kick off at 10 a.m. So if you want to be part, you need to get there early and get part of that and get in that line and get your tickets and stuff like that, because we have some amazing stuff that's going on. And we march to Central. For those who don't know the West Side, we're going to Central, it's about 5200 West.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to Augusta. Then we go from Augusta back up to Cicero back to Chicago Avenue, and Chicago Avenue back to the starting point, which is the church, Hill Temple Church, is 4941 West Chicago Avenue. Once they get back, there'll be a lot of talent show going on, a lot of dancers, a lot of rappers, Jesse White Thomas performing, gaming trucks, food galore, art tables, all that kind of stuff, and about 25 vendors that are ready to serve you. ComEd is going to be on the scene, helping people get grants for electrical assistance.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And helping them redo their bills and kind of things like that. All service providers will be on site. Colleges will be there. High school, Austin High School is coming this time with their cheerleaders. And so that's going to be good, bringing the youth, the primary schools, the junior schools, and the senior schools all together, as well as colleges, to find out what we have to do. If kids don't see colleges, then they can't hardly accept it in their mind. So we want them to see what they could be.
Oh, it's going down this Saturday, 10 a.m. at the Healing Temple Church of God in Christ, 4941 West Chicago Avenue. Press conference at
9:30 a.m. Press conference.
So arrive early.
Even in darkness, a single light can shine the way.
That's it. That's a message right there.
Yeah.
Even in darkness, a single light can shine the way.
Exactly.
Well, Dr. Lockhart, thank you for being a single light, helping shine the way for thousands of people. Brother Richard, thank you for being a single light, helping to shine the way for thousands of people through your arts. And you don't want to miss it, believers. Do you still need any volunteers, or you need any?
I don't need any volunteers at this time. Black Men United have come, and they have done all of that, taking care of that security that I needed, and so the extra help that I needed. Want to give that shout out to the Amazon, to NASCAR, Westside Health, Jasmine Rudin, and the Genesis School of Arts, Henderson Banks Law Firm. I want to give a shout out to them. They helped make this what it is.
And the Brunch Bunch.
And the Brunch Bunch.
Well, listen, we are shouting you out. Yeah. Shout out to Alderman Emma Mitz.
Yeah, Alderman Emma Mitz, definitely Alderman Emma Mitz. She's there partnering with us all the way.
All right. Well, listen, meet us there this Saturday, July the 26th, 10 a.m., 4941 West Chicago Avenue. You do not want to miss it. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but we are never out of content. Thank you, Dr. Lockhart and Bro Richard, for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to shine a light in darkness.
All right.
Listen, Tamara Fair, not on the air. We love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. We get it done Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Brunch Bunch.
All right.
We made it.
That's good.
If you want, man, I can bring Kylie back.
Yeah, next time she in town, we got to get her back on. Oh, is she?
She's here right now, yeah.
And her auntie. See you, Facebook. See y'all.
WGRB Chicago.